We're going to make 2 ornaments today. The first one is an acrylic pour ornament. We're going to use plastic. You can use glass as well, but just this I find is easier. So the first thing we're going to do is just pour very little paint in here, not too much. You can always add a little bit more. And now I'm going to add some white. Very little. You can always add more if it doesn't cover good. And now I'm going to add, I have some pearls left over from a beading project. I'm going to throw that right in there. And we're going to cover this and shake. You see what it starts to do? It starts to swirl all the colors around. Looks really pretty. They're all going to be completely different. Takes a little bit of time. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay, so I can see I might need to add a little more paint to get some of that clear area covered, so I think I'll throw a little bit more weight in there. Alright, and again, cover it. Makes a big mess if you don't. Okay, it's looking pretty good. You swirl that bead around and get some pretty marbling designs in there. Oh, this one came out really pretty. Alright, so I think I've got just about everything covered, and when you set this upside down, it's going to continue to drip and the pattern will change a little bit. So there's my bead, and you just take it, set the whole thing on an egg crate like that, and it's best if you leave it for 24 hours so it's completely dry. Then you put the top back on, you pop that back on, and then you can add a ribbon, and it makes a lovely gift. And these are all done the exact same way I did that one. You can see I shook the bead a little bit more, so these are a little bit more solid colors, but they're all completely different and they're very pretty. You can use any color you want for the paint, but I found if you use white, it kind of makes the darker paint stand out rather than using 2 dark colors. So that's the end of the first ornament. Now we're going to make a mandala ornament, which is the same procedure that you use to make mandala rocks, the mandala rocks. And it's just a bunch of little dots. You know, just put them in a little series and they make a nice pattern. And I used a lot of clear ornaments, but you can also take, if you do a swirl ornament and don't care for the way it came out, or even if you do, you can add the pattern right on top of one of those. So you've got the swirl ornament with a nice mandala pattern on the other side. So I'm going to show you how we do this one. So we just need, I'm just going to use 2 colors of paint for this. And I'm just making up the pattern as I go. So you sort of find the center of your ornament. And I think I'll start with, I'm kind of making these in snowflake looking colors. So there's the large center one. And then around, if you do the opposite sides, give you a more even application of your little circles. I'm going to let that dry for a couple hours and clean up a few dots that didn't come out great. And then I'm going to go back, and inside the white dots I'll add some blue paint, and inside the blue paints I'll add some white dots. So I'm going to let that dry right there. And over here we have several that have been done. And this was one that I did the acrylic underneath first inside, and then I painted the snowflake design on top. Comes out very nice because you have a nice dark color for contrast. And then some of these I just did right on the clear. A piece of white paper behind there. Can you see that okay? Obviously, holiday designs. Pour underneath. And I just made a design. Anyway, it's pretty simple, and if you do a few, you'll get the hang of it. If you start it and don't like it, you can just take it to the sink really quick and wash the paint right off, dry it, and start over before the paint dries. So I hope you enjoy making your ornaments.
Wait a minute.
I wanted to show you what the back of the ornament looks like when you look through it, so I'm holding it up against a white plate so you can see that it looks nice even when you're looking through the back of it. Happy holidays!